back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Today is super exciting because today is loot letter day. Yes! And I'm not gonna lie, I'm really proud of the one that I'm bringing to you today. Today is a good one, a goodie. And it is right in time for Valentine's Day. So this is what I'm bringing to you today for the loot letter, which if you don't know what the loot letter is, it's a monthly newsletter where once a month I give you free stuff for you to download and put on that 3 terabyte hard drive you have of TTRPG stuff for you to use later just in case. All that kind of stuff made by yours truly. So today I have something super duper exciting for you. I am very happy with how this turned out, and I'm very happy with how creative it is, and that is a monster. I finally figured out my flow and my beat and my rhythm with making and editing and producing monsters. And let me tell you, I am thrilled, absolutely thrilled with the monster that I have made today. And the best part is that it is a little bit Valentine's Day themed. So if you wanted to use it for Valentine's Day, you absolutely could. So yeah, okay. So the way that this monster came about, the way that this monster came up is that there is a monster that I absolutely love called a Morkoth. This is a monster that has this hypnotizing beam and has this like crazy tentacle attack, and also it can do these spells, and it's great and it's fun. However, there's one itty bitty teeny tiny little problem with the Morkoth. They're an underwater monster. They're a monster that you typically fight on a ship or underwater. It's not really anything to do with like shoreline or land at all. And so this particular monster goes unlooked a lot of the times, unused a lot of the times, because it is a monster made for water, not for land. But I love this monster. I think this monster is so much fun. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to take this monster and make it kind of land-ish. I wanted to take the elements of the monster that I really enjoyed and move them onto land and make there be a monster who has the same elements of what is going on, where you're hypnotizing them and then putting them into peril by walking towards you, and then something bad happens whenever they come towards you. You know, normally it would be that you fall off the ship and that you come into the ocean. That's what it is with the Morkoth, but with this monster, I wanted to make it more terrestrial. So, with Valentine's Day coming up, I was like, I could do something that charms people, like a Cupid. Well, that kind of led me down a rabbit hole of making like a Cupid. So I didn't want to make a Cupid because Cupids kind of exist and a lot of people have made a Cupid. I wanted to make a Valentine's Day evil guy, and I landed on demons, causing chaos in relationships, and that's what this demon wants to do. This demon wants to cause chaos, and it wants to make people think that they're in love whenever they're really not, or think that they're cheating or whatever. Like, it's a chaos demon around love, and that happened because of Valentine's Day. Okay, so that happened, and I was like, how can I make this demon? And the way that it kind of worked out was that there is this thing in tattooing called a Cupid. It is a play on a Cupid, and it is in American traditional tattooing. I'll put one up right here. So this is a Cupid. It is characterized by the 3 little tufts of hair, and then it's a little baby, and then it's typically doing something or participating in something or have something that babies don't have, like tattoos, cigarettes, flicking you off, that kind of thing. And it's an American traditional thing, and a lot of people do them around Valentine's Day because Cupids kind of are tattoos versions of Cupid. So with this knowledge in mind, and knowing that Cupids are kind of these sly dog kind of guys, I was like, what if a Cupid is a demon? So that's where this monster comes from. This monster comes from the idea that a Cupid is a cherub in disguise. It's pretending to be a cherub. It's pretending to be a Cupid, but in actuality, it is a demon that goes around and gets people into trouble with its hypnotizing and charming powers. Now, what does this mean for the player? That this Cupid has hypnotizing and charming power, just like the Morkoth does. It's just that it's slightly different. Instead of trying to bring the people into the water so that you drown around the Morkoth and the Morkoth can come and get you, instead it's trying to bring you within 5 feet of the Cupid so that the Cupid can head slam you. I'm talking about like a 10-foot baby taking its big bobblehead and slamming it into the ground. It's terrible to watch. It's in a game called Final Fantasy 14. If you played Final Fantasy 14, you know exactly what boss this is from. But watching a little baby doll slam its head into the ground to try to kill you is really accosting. It's very accosting. And so that is what I decided to do. So the Cupid tries to lure you in so that it can slam its head on you and discombobulate you. And if it successfully discombobulates you, there's a D4 of effects that can happen to you. My personal favorite one, which is number 1, is you spend your entire action getting down on one knee and professing your love to a random person, to a random other person. It's a lot of fun, and I really based it off of that like Valentine's Day theme. But yeah, so that is technically what the monster is. I still need to write up the whole doobly-doo about what these monsters do, but essentially this monster is causing chaos, which is why it is a demon, because demons are chaos. And so it's trying to cause chaos by making people fall in love, or making people fall out of love, or making people obsessed, or, making, all of that kind of stuff, like dealing with people's emotions and love and stuff. And so I feel like this would be a really, really fun monster for a one-shot, for a Valentine's Day one-shot. By the way, it is CR11. I did keep it at the Morkoth level of CR11, so I am super duper happy with it, and I really, really hope you guys are too. All of this, again, will be in my newsletter, which is down in the doobly-doo below. It is the Substack link. That is where I host my newsletter. I used to host my newsletter on, like, MailChimp and stuff, but it wasn't working out. It really wasn't working out. And also MailChimp kept telling me, oh, if I pay this much, I can have this many people on my newsletter. And then it would be like, just kidding, we're changing our stuff, so you have to pay more, and you have to pay more. And it was like, I don't have all the money in the world, guys, so this is all for fun. Like, this is all for free, all for fun, doing this for fun. So yeah, I decided to do Substack, and Substack has been fantastic. And it is for free. The whole thing is for free. Everything is for free. All of my past ones from the last year are on there too, if you want to download those and look at those as well. I'm really proud of my loot letter, and I'm really proud of what I've created. So if you want to check that out, that would be super duper cool. Also, because some people really don't know, the newsletter is not the only thing that I do. I also do Twitch streaming. Thursday, Friday, Sunday, Monday, I stream on Twitch for 2 hours at 1:30 PST and then 3:30 PST Sunday and Monday. It is just a chit chat stream. It's just like this, where we sit down and we talk about stuff and we have fun, and we talk about like Warhammer and magic and all movies, Doctor Who, all this kind of stuff. We talk about a bunch of stuff there. So if you wanted to check that out, I'd be super duper appreciative. We're always happy to have people, new people come in and hang out with us. It's just a big vibe. It's just a big, a place of respite, I like to call it. Take your shoes off and put on your PJs and forget about the weary world for a little while and just come talk to us about absolutely nothing. Absolutely, like, just joking around. It's fantastic. I think it's a lot of fun. And I would love to have you. All right, I think that's gonna do it for me. I really, really appreciate you hanging out. I really, really appreciate you checking out the loot letter. I love your faces oh so much. You are always welcome on my table, and I will see you next week. Happy Valentine's Day and stay safe.